Welcome everyone. I want to speak to you about how to release the power of God. We have already been speaking about this just a little bit, and I want to add some more information. Now, what does it mean to release the power of God? What the majority of people wait on is God coming down, giving you that power, and then you suddenly just have it. And although everything happens by the grace of God, this is now how it's working. People are getting disappointed because God is not answering. And to be honest, I was one of those people because I could not understand why I am praying and there is no answer. Like, God, I am still waiting on you to bless me with that power because it's my right? So let me explain to you how this is working. We are three-dimensional beings. We have a spirit, we have a soul, and we have a body. Now, what the majority struggles with is to get the power that is in our spirit through our soul and release it through our vessel, which is the body. It's not that God is not answering. It is the problem of us not having the capacity to receive and let it flow through us. We cannot override everything or the way we function in this world. We need to use every element and every dimension that God has created. We have a physical body. And if you have this physical body, it means that you have the right to live on this earth. If you have come through the portal of a womb, then you have the legal right to exist in this dimension. This is why the enemy is running after your body. He tries to control your mind. He tries to control everything that you feel because he wants to control your body. He needs a body to function in this world. Without a body, he can't do anything. That's why the enemy is trying to control people's minds and feelings, because these are pretty much, your soul is pretty much connected to your body. Now, if you constantly think a certain way, you are giving the enemy place and space to come in your life. You are giving demons the place to dwell in your vicinity. They will encamp around you. So if you have a broken heart, this is what the enemy is targeting. But what God gives you is a new heart. I know that you may have been praying for a new heart and nothing has been changing. Well, listen, because this is your answer. If you are listening to what I am telling you, then you are about to receive a new heart. You will receive a new heart because even God needs your heart. The Lord is saying, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your emotions, with all your mind, right? So your heart is important to God. Although it's deceitful, the Lord needs your heart. He wants to purify your heart. Now, what happens when we pray to God and something does not manifest is we become beggars. We become disappointed and we let go of the power that God has put in us. We forget our identity. We forget that it's our right to have it. And we start living below what God has called us to be and how he wants us to live. Now let's go to the Bible and see what is the Bible saying. In Psalms, it is written, the entrance of thy word giveth light. Every place in your life that is filled with darkness does not have power. No dunamis power flows through there. Every place in you that is filled with light, dunamis power can flow. Wherever you are in bondage in your life, if you need deliverance, you actually need light. You do not need deliverance. Like, what is deliverance? We need to understand what deliverance is, because when Jesus came, he said, I am the light of the world. If you have your focus on me, then you can see where you are walking. You are not walking in darkness. So deliverance is actually walking in light. If you're not walking in light, you are bound. You are in darkness. The spiritual realm is in darkness. And whenever an angel passes by, there is light. And even you shine. In the spiritual realm, you shine. The more revelation you have about God, the more you shine. And the more the enemy runs away from you. He cannot attack you, or even if he tries, he will not make it because you are shining. You are literally full of light. Very often when you try to cast a demon out, they will realize that you are so full of light, they can't even see you. If you have a broken heart, it means that the enemy fed you lies and you have accepted them. And these lies brought you into darkness. Instead of becoming light, you shifted towards darkness. Whenever we believe the lies of the enemy, we shift towards darkness. And we do not have clarity. We do not have a focus. We are confused. Why is God not a God of confusion? Because He is light. And whenever you have light, you can see. Your heart can see. Now, if your heart is broken, you cannot see because your heart needs to be mended. It needs to have a focus. And when our focus is on Jesus, then we have the light. You need to be a light for this world. Why are you a light for this world? It is because you are born again. And when you are born again, the Spirit that you have received has come from the Father. You are one with the Father. It's not only that He breathed into you, it's that you come from the Father. The light He possesses is the light that you have. You may need to do a little bit of research, spiritual research. Who am I? What has the Father given to me? But actually, if we were to see your spirit, it's shining bright with the light of God. And the enemy can see this. And what he's trying to do is to dim your light, because the less light you have, the less power you have. Remember this, dunamis power. The less light you have, the less power you can manifest. You can only manifest the light that you have. Now, if we think about the power of God, what is the power of God? It's the light. Jesus is the light. When we are filled with light, we can release that light. And people can see. Suddenly, people have clarity. Suddenly, people can see Jesus because we are light. It's not just metaphorically, but you are really light. Now, how do we release the power of God? I actually already answered this question. You need to be filled with light. You need to be overflowing with the light of God. What makes you be full of light?